Well, a rinse and repeat kind of day in terms of our weather here on the coast. Let's check back in with meteorologist Trey Tonneson for another look at this evening's forecast. Hey, Trey.
Hey, Grant, certainly rinse and repeat. I would call that R&R, but the kind of weather we're experiencing, not necessarily what you'd feel in ideal rest and relaxation situations, but we're going with R&R, rinse and repeat, the old H&H. Heat and humidity is back as well. We'll also take a look at what's going on with our tropical season development starting in June. We'll take a look at where storms are most likely to form, as well as explore today's severe risk, tomorrow's severe risk, and then into Saturday, yet another severe risk for parts of the central areas in the United States. And also, Grant, we are a little more than a week out from the start of the Atlantic hurricane season.
Yeah, today NOAA releasing its storm predictions, saying this season could be extraordinary, Trey.
Yeah, absolutely big wordage there. Caroline Shively helps us all break it down.
If you lived through Hurricane Idalia last year, you might be asking, can it get any worse? Well, according to the National Weather Service, it could.
That's the highest forecast that we've had.
On Thursday, federal forecasters predicted 17 to 25 named storms in the Atlantic this year, with 8 to 13 becoming hurricanes. The average between 1991 and 2020 was 14 tropical storms and 7 hurricanes. 2020 holds the record for the most named storms with 30. 12 of those made landfall in the U.S. Storms get a name when their winds reach 39 miles per hour. They become hurricanes at 74.
It only takes one storm to devastate a community. And it's prudent to prepare now, because once the storm is headed your way, it all happens so rapidly you won't have the time to plan and prepare at that point.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is predicting a below normal hurricane season in the Pacific. Those storms usually stay out to sea, but last August, Hillary became the first tropical storm to hit Southern California in 84 years and caused flooding and mudslides throughout the Southwest.
This is just devastation. This is going to take a month to clean up.
The cost of storm damage for 2024 could also be a record breaker. Last year, NOAA reports the U.S. was hit with 28 weather and climate disasters that each topped $1 billion.
And Trey, this is the list of the 2024 Atlantic tropical cyclone names up on the screen right now. Of course, you know, we've seen some variations. Some years, especially in recent memory, gone through the whole list of names. So.
Absolutely. Not only is it a visual cue to find where you are on the tropical list, but it also gives you a reference point where you're at in the season. If it's really early in the season and you're blowing through a lot of these names, a lot of the storms could have not been impactful at all to your location. But it's worth noting that the season could be off to a quick start.
Yeah, and you know, we've been lucky. We haven't had, you know, very active hurricane seasons the past couple of seasons, but you know, a couple of factors have gone into the projections for this year.
And really quickly, I'll say it's a reminder, the Midwestern part of the country, old traditional Tornado Alley, folks have been saying, oh, they don't get it like they used to in the past few weeks. I think that's just proof that things do change, but eventually they'll revert back to what we've seen in past years.
That's right, Trey. Well, hey, how about some fun news? Now, let's get to some fun local news. The Shed Barbecue and Blues joint competing this past weekend in the world-renowned Memphis in May Barbecue Championships.
Our producer, Ryan Gober, loves the Shed.
Yes,
He's been trying to get Jevin and I to eat there for weeks. Now, the team at the Shed is ready to show off their third massive trophy after being named the 2024 Grand Champion of Barbecue. WXXV's Brooke Parker taking a trip to Ocean Springs today to catch up with the award-winning pitmasters as they reflect on the win and tell us what's next.
You ready? Yeah. You want to know who won? Yeah. Got my papers all out of whack, but I'll tell you right now, it's the Shed.
The sound of victory, even sweeter than honey barbecue.
To bring this title and some extra positivity to the great state of Mississippi is really what we set out to do. We've always, yes, and we did it. Good, congratulations.
We did.
I tell you, it's really about bringing it back to the great state of Mississippi. We've always been a very, very, very proud family from this state, and we love to preach the gospel of barbecue and Mississippi.
The Shed slow roasted 2 190-pound hogs and went through round after round of judging to score their third grand champion victory in 17 years.
Well, I'll tell you, we've been open for 24 years. We're here in front of our trophy case, which we had to expand. And people say, oh, you guys have won everything. And I say, no, we don't tell you when we lose.
Despite the humility, the team from the Shed is one of only 4 to win 3 times.
This Grand Slam is not the end of the Shed's competition season. In fact, they're dreaming of a trophy even bigger. We have to go to the Jack Daniels competition later on this year and the American Royal World Series of Barbecue. And our goal is to win both of those, and we will have been the only team to win all 3 and get the Triple Crown. That's the goal.
I'm like already nervous about those.
The Shed will be back in the heat of it all October 11th for the Jack Daniels World Championship Invitational Barbecue Competition. In Ocean Springs, Brooke Parker, WXXV News 25.